This is the Knicks' year to lose. They have control of the Eastern Conference this year, their only main competition being Cleveland Cavaliers. It's literally served up on a platter for the Knicks to have a free ride to the Eastern Conference Finals and then potentially win and go to the NBA Finals behind guys like Jalen Brunson and Karl but it'll be up to them to see how far they take them. And the thing that gets me so hyped up about the Knicks, obviously I'm not a Knicks fan, but if I was, it was the fact that they fixed everything wrong with their squad last year. They got a new head coach, and they increased the depth. And the depth this year is going to be 10 times better, because last year they had Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Karl run into the ground. That was 82% of their points per game, and they were all playing like 39 minutes plus per game in the playoffs. Now, I know you want to play your stars in the playoffs, but they're able to go out and get Jordan Clarkson. They're able to go out and get Gershon Yabusele, and if one of the two younger guys can step up this season, it'll be a much improved New York Knicks bench that could be a scary sight because of how good that starting five is. And, I mean, when you look at their path to the NBA championship, the two teams that were ahead of them, the Celtics, who they beat, and then the Pacers, who beat them. I mean, the Pacers are injured. The Celtics are injured. Now it's just the Cavs, quite literally. And, of course, Jalen Brunson, who, yes, he is a smaller guard at 6'2", with a 6'4" wingspan. He can still get it done. It doesn't matter. He's proven just about everybody that covers the NBA wrong, because back when he signed with the Knicks on that big-time contract, everybody said he was overrated. Well, last year he averaged 26, 7.5, and 3 in 35 minutes a game on 49-38 shooting splits on 6 attempts per game. Ridiculous stats. I mean, these are not stats you normally see from a guard that is 6'2", much less a guard that's like 6'5". That would still be very impressive, as the smaller guard is starting to die out in the NBA, but Jalen Brunson is not. In the playoffs last year, he averaged almost a 30-piece. In 35 minutes a game, shot 46% from the field and 36% from 3 on 7.5 attempts. It was a phenomenal showing for him. But now with the starters not having to do as much heavy lifting, hopefully the bench can do a little bit more, it'll help them go even deeper. And the Brunson-Cat duo was better than anticipated, honestly. Cat came to New York and did what he always does. Now, yes, he was always in foul trouble, which is nothing new, but when he was on the court, he was deadly. He's a 7-footer, a legit 7-footer with a 7'4" wingspan. He's a big dude, but he can move around. That's what makes him so special as a player, his ability to be agile and make cuts. Here he is knocking down the 3 ball as well. Averaged 24.5 points a game, 12.8 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 1 steal in 35 minutes a game. Shot 53% from the field and 42% from 3. I honestly think that Cat is one of the more underrated players in the league because he is so dominant, but people just make fun of him because of his voice, and he's easy to be a meme. Like, stepping out and knocking down threes over Gobert, that's not an easy thing to do. And then you have OG Anunoby, another big wing who's about 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan and can really defend. He's a phenomenal point of attack defender, but, you know, he can also do a lot of other stuff. He can create for himself on the offensive side of things. In the playoffs, he only shot 41% from the field and 34% from 3, which is not good. So hopefully that goes up by next playoff run. But in the regular season, he was pretty solid from beyond the arc, and hopefully it was just a little bit of a slump at the wrong time. Then you have Bridges as well, the other 3-and-D wing they have. They have like an all-star duo of 3-and-D wings on the perimeter, just about as good as you can get for people that are considered, I guess, role players, although these are very high-level role players. Bridges is 6'6", with a 7'1" wingspan, can really defend, can score as well. His mid-range is undefeated, even though his three-point shot has kind of declined a little bit over the past couple of years. He averaged 17.6 points a game this year, 3.7 rebounds and 3.2 assists on 50% shooting from the field, 35% from 3. And of course, he's pretty much guaranteed to play 82 games a season at this point, and has played more games than anybody else in the league. And as a matter of fact, has played more games than any other team in the NBA over the last 6 years. Jordan Clarkson, the first addition that I'd like to talk about today, because I think this is going to be fantastic. A microwave scorer that you can bring off your bench, and yes, he played for Utah last year, but he still averaged 16.2 a game with 3.7 assists, 3.2 boards in 26 minutes, shot 41% from the field, 36% from 3, an absolute microwave scorer off that bench, getting to spots and knocking down shots in his 1-year, $2.3 million contract, kind of a prove-it deal, although he's already made a majority of the money that he's going to make in the NBA. Maybe still a little bit out there for him, but he's just here to come in off the bench and create for the New York Knicks this year and be that scorer while Deuce McBride is the defender. Mitch Robb and Gershon Yabusele have their spots solidified off the bench as well, so it'll be up to either Pacom Diade or Tyler Kolek as to who wants that last spot as the 10th man, and they could just run a 9-man rotation. It'll be up to them, but Jordan Clarkson has pretty much solidified himself as either the 6th, 7th, maybe 8th guy off that bench. He's going to be having a large role next year. Gershon Yabusele, I like this addition as well, of course, played his way back into the NBA during the Olympics, and the Knicks go out and sign him away from the Sixers on a 2-year, $11 million deal. He quickly became one of the fan favorites in Philadelphia, so Sixers fans were mad that he left, but he is going to bring a lot to this Knicks squad. 11 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 1 steal in 27 minutes a game. Shot 50% from the field and 38% from 3 on 4 attempts per night. Getting downhill right here with the big time. I mean, he's a big dude too. Look at him. He's got a wagon hitched onto that thing as well. It's 6'8", 265. He's a monster to get in front of in the open court. He's like Zion if he stayed healthy, but without as much bounce. Here he is out in transition, getting all over Deni Avdija there. And then the final spot on that bench, like we talked about earlier, it's going to go to one of these two guys. Diade, who was pretty solid last year when he got to play, knocking down shots. I mean, right here, off the dribble, getting to a spot. He's 6'9". With a 6'9" wingspan, so not a plus wingspan, kind of stinks, but he can still have an impact on a game as a stretch wing that can also defend, and Tibbs doesn't really like to play young guys, so Diade and Tyler Kolek didn't get much PT, but like I said, when they did play, they showed out a little bit, knocking down the 3 ball here, as you can see, off the pick and roll as well, catching from Kolek and then knocking down. He can catch and shoot. He can also slash a little bit, and I mean, he can just score. He can score from all over the court. Now, the passing and everything else and the efficiency is not quite there, but he was a rookie from France last year in his first year, so we'll see if that improves this season. Now, as for Kolek, y'all made me feel like a casual because apparently the only game this summer that I watched of Kolek, he absolutely went off. And then the other games, he did nothing. So that's on me because I only watched one game of the Knicks Summer League and didn't check the stats to see what to expect. But the one game I watched of Kolek against the Nets, he looked really solid. The other games, apparently, he was not too good. But if he can get back to what he was doing at Marquette, and I think he's a guy that will find his way to having a role in this league. I mean, abusing Drew Timme right here in the drop coverage, just pulling up for 3, makes it look easy. And then finding the cutter out of the corner here, out of the pick and roll. So I think he can scratch and claw to get himself a spot in the league. But we'll see what happens as to who becomes that 5th option off the bench, the 5th piece to that rotation. Because, of course, like I said, the starting lineup is pretty solid with the 2 wings we talked about earlier, Josh Hart and then Cat and Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart is the heart and soul of this squad, no pun intended. Fantastic rebounder, plays hard every single night. You know what you're going to get out of him. He's not the best 3-point shooter in the world, but he can knock him down when he needs to. Deuce, who is a fan favorite coming off that bench, has really improved as a 3-point shooter, and now he gets to do what he does best, which is defend and let Jordan Clarkson do the scoring off the bench. And then Mitchell Robinson, who kind of came on towards the end of last season. He's been in New York for the highs, and he's been in New York for the lows. Incredible motor on him, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play next year as well. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.